On Air with Kash. Our guest today co-stars on the smash hit and 8-time Emmy-nominated dramedy television series, Studio City. She has been recognized for various outstanding performances, including her starring role in the 2020 film Lifeless, which she won Best Acting Duo for her role as Ellie from several film and award shows, including the Vegas Movie Awards. She has also achieved a Best Actress award from the prestigious Film Fest LA for her inspiring lead role as Shirley in the coming-of-age mini television series Shirley and Shelly. Please welcome my good friend Erin Soto.
Thank you so much for having me on, Kash. I'm really appreciative.
Erin, it's so good to see you again. I know it's been way too long. I'm so glad that things are opening up, but I have seen you often because I binge watched Studio City on Amazon, and oh my gosh, I've already interviewed Sean Kanan, Juliet Vega. I'm so grateful that we have you on the show now. I mean, what has this experience been like for you?
It's been wonderful. I mean, well, first of all, Sean and Juliet are both amazing and wonderful people. So I'm glad that you got to interview them as well. I mean, Studio City is an awesome show. There's amazing, incredible people that I've had to work with. It was a miracle to get on the show and blessed with wonderful people. And then to have a character who gets to be both, I have both comedic parts and dramatic parts is wonderful, as well as get to play a character who has depth to her and growing depth of that I'm exploring with is wonderful.
The thing with Sean was that our lives had paralleled so much between martial arts with Karate Kid. Pat Johnson, he was the first sensei that I broke a board with, and he was the referee in the Karate Kid movies. And there were all these just little Easter eggs in our lives. And then, oh, you're doing Studio City. Oh, Erin's on that. Erin and I have collaborated and worked together. So it was really cool to have that surprise. And they're 10 to 15-minute episodes. I mean, they're very quick, they're fun, and every part in it means something and is significant. There's always an interesting moment in Studio City.
Yeah, what I love about Studio City is there's so many different storylines going on, and so there's something relatable for everyone. No matter where you are in life, I feel like there's something that can be in it for you. There's such a huge age dynamic, and then there's like genders, and I mean there's as well as different ethnicities and as well as topics and what's going on. So I feel like no matter what, like there's a lot of just stuff that's being broken apart and dealt with right now, as well as comedy and like the comic relief and stuff like that. And I love that. I love that it's not just this heaviness, but there's also this lightness. So yeah.
Absolutely. And then also tell us about your role in the 2020 film Lifeless.
Yeah, so Lifeless was oh gosh, it's a really hard it's a hard project, but good project. It deals with suicide. And so but it's more than just suicide. It deals with um realizing that there's like you can also have death of the self and re-life of the self, um the contemplation of suicide. um my character is it has to deal with two women meeting each other who are at the contemplation and what they do about it. We meet on a bridge, and pretty much like what happens with that, and from there, um, it's a very I didn't anticipate to really encounter what I did exploring that role, and it was a really rewarding project.
And you gave an incredible performance in that, and it is a serious issue. I mean, it hits home for me on a personal level. I lost someone to that about a year ago, and it's especially in these times with the pandemic and people getting sick, losing their jobs. We as a society went through a lot the last year. And what I do like is there is a dialogue, and we have had people on the show, other hosts and people that I've had to talk to. They've been very open about depression, and it made me want to really open that up for anyone who wanted to. Like, I'm very comfortable sharing that, I needed to go to therapy for about 7 years. I've had chapters in my life, some highs, some lows. And I really, for me personally, I just felt like this last year was about finding that balance or that core, just really kind of getting over certain past traumas that were holding me back. I commend you for taking on a role like this and really addressing a serious issue.
Thank you. Yeah, it really made me look at, this project also explored the social media and what it does, how we often pick up our phones and look at other people's lives and what they're what they're going through, and think, oh well, look at them with their life and how perfect they are, and um, they must have the perfect life, and look at me, I'm not doing well, so therefore my life's not great and my life's not worth living. And like you can go into this like negative spin because you look at other people and you think that their lives are perfect, and really they're doing the same thing, and what that can create, and how like social media can be both like a negative thing as well as a positive thing, and how that's also affected me, and how I want to like utilize social media in a positive way. Not to go into like too much depth, but I feel like, especially like with any character I explore or anything, it I try to use it like it helps me grow as like a person and a human being. And like, not to try to go like too deep into anything. I love playing light characters and silly characters and dumb characters and things like that. But I also bring in those other things and remind myself, oh yeah, this is why, and be more conscious and aware.
I love that, how you just said that, how you look at a character and what they're going through, and then it helps you understand people and certain struggles. I just really commend you for how you incorporate that in your work.
Thanks.
We can also watch you on The Silencer on Netflix. Shirley and Shelly, we both were at Film Fest LA Live celebrating. You won Best Actress. Yeah, I know, Shirley and Shelly was such a great show. I was so glad we got to stream the series.
Well, I mean, Shirley and Shelly, that was such like a, I don't know. I want to like just give like a little quick thing on that with Shirley and Shelly, because it was a comedy and it was so like light and this and that. I mean, it was two girls figuring out life and like just going through things, and it was a comedy, but dealing with life, but much lighter, and just us like in an apartment figuring out like, what the heck do we do? Because, we just finished school and we're figuring out jobs and all of that, and love doing like comedy stuff being brought into
You
it.
both had such great chemistry. I mean, it was so funny, the escapades you two would get into and the stuff on the show.
I know. It was fun. It was fun. I did have Loyalty just come out, which is in festivals right now. And that's a feature.
Love it. Oh my gosh, Erin, I can't thank you enough for your time today. And just really congratulations on everything that you have going on.
Just thank you so much for like watching, whoever's tuned in. Like, thank you so much for watching this, and follow Kash, follow me on social media. Thank you so much for supporting Studio City, Lifeless, anything else. And just, yeah, thank you.
Erin, thank you so much for your time. You're on a roll. You've had a great year. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for rocking out with me and Erin Soto today. You are on air with Kash.